One, first and foremost, all praises, glory, honor goes to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahushai Ba'Shem, Rakar Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles, a great millstone that taught us this truth. Citation, all Yakin, pushing this word day in and day out, doing this quick lesson. You got this guy right here, Elon Musk. He says that UBI, or he said universal income, which we all know stands for UBI, Universal Basic Income. Why he thinks it's a bad thing, which this article is fluff. He doesn't think it's a bad thing. He's all for it. Because guys like Elon, they rather the AI do all the work. Because the AI is going to continually learn. AI is at a point of singularity where it doesn't need a programmer. You know, it just operates on its own. All right. And AI, you know, it'll save all these big corporations. And since Elon is a big corporation, his big corporation buddies tons of money, and do away with the everyday human, man. Even if their own people, the Edomites, so-called white people, that's in the ruling seat on the earth right now, right? They don't even care about their own people. They want the UBI to basically, you know, get the people comfortable. You give them a couple thousand, whatever, 5,000 a month, whatever, 2,000 a month for a certain amount of time. Because they've been sampling it in small populations. I want to say in Portland and somewhere in the East Coast outside of Boston. I did a video on it a while back, maybe a year ago. They've been sampling this ever since 2020, you know? And, but, you know, they want to bring it out to all of America, this UBI thing, all right? That's why the scriptures in Ecclesiastes says, what, a gift, a story of a heart. Because that's all a UBI is. It's a gift, man. Because you get money for nothing, for doing nothing, you know? Just existing, you know. And they did samples for a while now, man. Because you look at the so-called black woman, you know, she's been, that Section 8 shit, that's basically UBI on a low level. Section 8, food stamps, WIC, housing vouchers. That's UBI on a low-ass level. You know what I'm saying? But they've been doing that for a while. And now they're getting ready to bring this to the masses because they're going to do some type of black swan event, whether it's in the form of a pandemic, economic collapse, or all of the above. You know what I'm saying? Civil unrest. They're going to do some type of event that's going to bring forth this UBI, you know? And, or bank runs, or, you know, it might wipe out cash. You know, it could be any scenario. Only Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai knows. Yahweh Shai. Only Yahweh Shai knows how this shit's about to play out. Which we can't wait, man. We tired of this shit anyway, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be here with a head full of gray hair, man. You know? All right. I mean, the grays and whites, they coming in slowly but surely, but it's like, goddamn, you know, how long, Lord? You know, we're supposed to been up out of here if it was up to us, but, you know, hey, the Lord ways ain't our ways, man. And it's still work to be done. It's still Jake that gotta wake up, man. All right, so, and I'm gonna read this paragraph. In Musk's eyes, advances in AI will change the world to the point that eventually hardly anyone will have a job. So if you're going to school, you're going to college, you know, I mean, in my opinion, what's the point? Because AI is about to take over everything. Even like myself, like in my business, like I really don't need a supervisor no more. Because it's like now when I have a question, I just go straight to AI. Like, okay, how do I deal with this situation? Or how do I respond to that? You know what I'm saying? I just use AI like Lord forbid, but if this place goes on another X amount of years, you know, there ain't gonna be no jobs, especially you know, so-called office jobs, pen and paper jobs, white collar jobs. The white collar jobs will go away before the blue collar jobs. You know what I'm saying? Even these app jobs, AI can do that too. These little delivery jobs. Guess what? You just get an automated car. Have it so that the fucking seats can. You can have it so the seats can goddamn, extend outwards when the doors open, and then the motherfuckers get their delivery, their groceries or whatever, man. On some Jetsons type shit. All right. So, hey, man. Hey, the Lord's getting ready to visit you people, man. You about to lose this lifestyle of abundance you have here in Babylon. All right. It's about to be out the window, man. So, like I said, man, Ecclesiastes, it goes into a gift to store the heart, man. All right, because you people gonna get used to UBI, which I had. There was a small form of UBI during the pandemic in 2020 when it came to the I forget what they called them, check stimulus. That was a small form of UBI. They do little pocket samples and monitor the money, see how the money's being spent. And Jake, man, they 2/3 of our people, they all for UBI. If they could live off of UBI for their whole existence, they would, man. All right. Scripture says in I'm quoting scripture since I'm driving. Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, I believe it's 38 and 32. It says, "Never trust thine enemy. Like his iron rusteth, so is his wickedness." So now you're supposed to never trust your enemy. Of course, you could get a little come up, without, doing any strings attached of some bread. Then go ahead and take that shit, man. This devil give you a tax return, he give you a small UBI or a government assistance check with some shit, and ain't no strings attached. Yeah, go ahead and take that shit. But real soon it's going to be strings attached, man, in the form of the form of a microchip, man. Potato chip, like Nate said. I always use that word for code, man. I always say it, potato chip. When he put the potato chip on his nose or on his head or in his hand or some shit. He said, I got the chip. And he threw a potato chip. So that's what I like to call it, a potato chip. So, hey, man, we living in some very intriguing times, man. Only the Lord knows when this shit'll really pop on, because the scriptures goes into, like, the Lord reserved this moment for himself, man, and not even Yahushua knows, man, who the world ignorant calls Jesus Christ. Not even he knows the day and the hour, man, but only the Most High knows, man, and Lord willing, it's this year or very soon, man. Because we're tired of being on the bottom. We're tired of being servants for these heathens and all types of shit. All right, so let me